What kind of diet should I follow if I am a perimenopausal or midlife woman? By yours truly, Leslie Irvis. I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer, and in this video, I'm going to tell you what kind of diet you should follow, and it is definitely not what you think. I have 15 plus years experience in this field, as well as nervous system regulation and energy work. And in this video, I'm going to blow your mind with what kind of diet you should eat. Why? Because it's nothing you would think about. Whether you're thinking it should be keto, intermittent fasting, or any of the other types of diets, you are probably in the wrong. And here is why. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I am going to talk to you a little bit about what human design has to do with your nutrition. First of all, if you've never heard of human design is something really super cool. So you can Google it. However, I really just like to say it's like the design that was created in us at the time we were born. It's super important. Like it's our roadmap, it's our guide to who we're supposed to be and how we can be the best versions of ourselves. And so I'm going to give a brief overview on the 5 different types and the diets that I would go for if I was this, as well as tying in a little bit of astrology and some other things that are more important for you to follow than anything else. Why? Because as a hormonal woman, whether or not we want to know it, we will still cycle lunarly, right? Women have always cycled every 28 days. We know that, right? Men cycle within a 24-hour clock, women cycle within 28 days. So you could follow, let's say you're not having consistent periods, you could follow a lunar cycle. You could follow based on your period. You could follow whichever way you want to. And when you follow what your body needs, it's vitally important. So I'm not going to take full credit for all of this. There's a woman named Kate, why am I blanking on her last name right now? Kate Northrup, who talks a lot about this in terms of money. I've always talked to people about their astrological charts when they want to in their nutrition, because your astrological chart will have a big play into this. But what I want you to understand is that cycling 28 days means that your nutrition is going to vary day by day, unless you're one type of person. And that's really the only type of person that there is. Okay. So intermittent fasting, keto, all the types of diets are never going to take in what you need for yourself within a 28-day period, because you need different specialties across the month. And if you're not changing your diet based on the month, that's why you're starting to see that, oh, the hot flashes pick up or these pick up. And you could start to see, if you started to keep a journal, which I do myself, I journal on what phase of the moon we're in, like she recommended. I've always journaled my energy levels. Now I'm journaling in addition to like what time of the day based on the month am I seeing the most production, when I need naps, when I don't need naps, and all of those things. Because as I get to learn my body more, I can try to nourish it through what I do on an everyday basis. Okay. So number one thing before we jump into the human design is understanding you run on 28 days, and any diet that doesn't allow you to change your needs on a day-to-day basis, like, okay, I do need to eat at 7 a.m. and then maybe not until noon, and then maybe not until 8. If it's not going to let you do that, that's probably not going to be good for you. If, let's say, it's telling you can only eat one certain type of food and you really need different types of foods, that's going to play into this as well. So I'm going to give you a brief overview. If you really like this, I want you to know right below this video, there is a link to the full human design nutrition course for midlife women for a healthy body, healthy mind, healthy nervous system. So you can start to put these things into play for yourself and learn even more than what I'm going to give you in this teeny little bit here in the video. So let me go back to sharing my screen. All right, so there's 5 types of people in human design, but we are solely going to talk about each one in just a little bit, okay? The first type we're going to talk about is a generator. That's about 35% of people. So if you don't know your human design type, I will click a link below to my 2 favorite people who do human design. You can go to either one of their websites and get on their mailing list to look up your human design. So if you want to pause the video, go grab your human design chart to know what you are, go for it. But come on right back, okay? If you are a generator, one of the biggest keys that I want you to know is that you have a very strong digestive system, okay? That heavy meals can make you slower. So why do I say I don't like intermittent fasting for this? Is because you might eat bigger meals to keep you more sustained. So that's not going to do very well. You do better with frequent meals, but that doesn't mean you need to eat at the same time every day. It's going to be based on what time you wake up and your own clock based on the lunar cycle. So we've got to tie that in there too. and we need to focus on whole food. So I'm not going to want to take out fruits or vegetables. I'm not going to want to follow a keto or a carnivore diet because I need to have the whole complexity and gamut of food. So for a generator, the biggest keys is that you must eat with your body and you must learn it through the cycle. So what kind of diet should you follow? An internal diet. This is why I teach things like digestion codes and things like that, because it is really important that we know. For an overall scoop of generators, basically what I want you to do is eat frequently throughout the day, stay adequately hydrated, and focus on whole foods. Think the outside perimeter of any grocery store. Fresh fruits, fresh veggies, whole meats, lean meats, grass-fed meats, healthy fats. That kind of food is going to help you to be the best that you can be, okay? So general description there without getting too much into detail for each generator. Now, let's say you are a manifesting generator, okay? If you're a manifesting generator, you have an even more efficient metabolism than a generator. Now, I want you to know that there's about 30 to 40% of manifesting generators as well. I'm not going to get the numbers right exactly because I don't remember them off the top of my head. Perimenopause brain, right? I'm sure you get that. All right. But you can handle the big portions. The deal with the manifesting generator is that the more you do in a day, the more you're going to want to eat. The less you do in the day, the less you're going to want to eat. So you can't eat, just be like, okay, I'm going to eat at these times per day. That's not going to take in to what you actually need for it to do. It's not going to take in on the days that you need to eat more and the days that you need to eat less. You also need to follow those nutrient dense foods. So sticking with the perimeter is also going to be important to you, is to stick with that perimeter. Okay. We do want you to look at sustaining your energy throughout the day. So you're going to have to listen on the days that you have all the energy to like go, 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 go. We want you to eat more and more and more and more. And then on the days that you don't have that energy, we don't want you to eat as much. So you're not going to do well with intermittent fasting. You're not going to do well with keto. You're not going to be doing well with those things. It's going to be more of an internal piece where instead of even calorie counting and tracking, it's more like following. And so when we tie in the lunar calendar, that could mean like at the full moon, when you have all of your energy, you're like, yeah, I'm going, going, going. Or it could mean at the full moon, because you don't have your energy, then you're not going to eat as much. And so when you take that into picture by eating this way, it's going to be amazing. Okay. Projectors, you have a very delicate digestive system. So this is where when people come and they say like, I have IBS, I have these things, I'm always curious if there's a projector piece in there, because projectors do need to love their body more. They need to do rest. They need smaller meals. They need healthier foods. They need slow digesting foods. They need warm spices. They need less animal protein, and they need to really focus within. Projectors too, because they need so much downtime, would really benefit from learning what times of the month they actually do have the most energy to know. Now, this also ties into exercise and physical activity too. So noting how awesome this is. Manifestors are the ones that like, you know what, choose your diet. In my opinion, it's like choose your diet. You got a strong metabolism, you can handle bigger meals, you can be bigger, you can be more infrequent, you can do whatever. So a manifestor can go, I'm just going to follow this and it's going to be good. I'm just going to follow that and it's just going to be good. Now, do encourage you to focus on probiotics, greens, listening to your body's cue, also eating the whole foods. As you see, whole foods becomes really important, except for with your projectors, we really want to focus on the easily digestible foods. Okay. Manifestors, yes, you can play with the lunar calendar because you're going to see like when your big ideas come, when it's best to do that, but you don't actually have to tie too much into the nutrition aspect. Okay. And then last but not least, if you're a reflector, small balanced meals, no particular diet is going to do very well with that. And again, whole foods, and remembering that you eating on a lunar cycle is actually going to be really helpful. So what kind of diet do I recommend? A made for you, nutritious diet built on you and your human design and your lunar cycle. Because if you're a perimenopausal woman, a woman, your biggest thing, your midlife experience is going to be based on you. And instead of like formulating to this is what's highly recommended, which means most people fit into the t-shirt, that's not going to work for you. You don't want the one size fits all t-shirt. You don't want to go to the doctor and them to be like, oh, well, most women don't need HRT, so you don't need it. Or most women don't need estrogen, so you don't need it, right? It's like, why don't I focus on these amazing things and like really get in to know what my body needs? That is what this is about. Now, As I stated, this should be in my human design playlist. Please feel free to go to my human design playlist. There should be a few other videos in there as well. Please note as well that if you want more information, below is a human design course. Below is a way you can take a course with me on your digestion code and get a call, or join the Have It All Mastermind, where we do this day in and day out and just really get the life and the body that we want, because it's based on you. It's really pinnacle. So when you're thinking, what kind of diet should I do for perimenopause? It should be made for you, and it should not be someone else's, because what's highly recommended for all does not fit you like the wonderful, beautiful wedding dress we all wanted that hugged every curve and made us look beautiful. It's time, especially in perimenopause, to get what you need. So if you have questions or concerns, please comment below, okay? Please feel free to keep the conversation going with me wherever you're at. Reach out, ask me questions. I'd love to help, and see what is right for you, even if it means that you just need more help in the nutrition area or whatever it is. So please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and leave any comments below. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.